Hello friends, welcome to Perry, Florida, a small town almost in the Panhandle, hugging the Gulf of Mexico. I'm here at Hampton Springs, which used to be a resort with a golf course and a pool that was spring fed. It's a pretty amazing place back in the day, but now it is a nice park where you can go visit the ruins of what used to be this really amazing tourist attraction. It is beautiful out here. Weather is perfect, I would say. Just beautiful scenery. Spanish moss all over the place. It's very nice here. Joe Hampton and his wife were settlers in this area in 1879. She suffered from rheumatism and found that the springs here, the Sulfur Springs, helped her ailment. It was by the help of an Indian that they found the springs, and in 1908, Joe and his brother Benjamin purchased all this land for $400 and built a hotel and used the springs to fill a pool where people could come and also be healed of their ailments. They had a foot-soaking bath and a swimming pool and a golf course, as I said. Other activities here. It was a very fine resort. Beautiful, clear sulfur water. Still flowing. Right out of the ground. The old pool is closed off, but you can still step inside here. Springs are so cool. I mean, where do they come from? If anybody knows where this spring comes from, or any of them around Florida comes from, please tell me. Ugh, feels great. Slimy because of all the algae, but it's cool. Pretty deep hole.
Be careful in there. It hasn't been cleaned in a few days.
Oh yeah, it's a little slippery.
It was underwater until yesterday.
Oh yeah?
We're down here to see if it's dried up enough. I can come down here and blow it some. It's really, oh Lord, it's nasty. It's been since I've been here.
Really? Doesn't look too bad. I haven't seen it on a good day, I guess.
Yeah, you haven't seen it on a good day because you can actually see the tiles when.
Yeah.
But the water's clear. I see some minnows still in there. Those come from the creek. Clear enough. And the pool's going back down. The pool should be empty.
Really?
When the creek goes back down, the pool will go back down to empty.
So this is where the spring just happens.
That's actually just a pipe. The spring is out in the woods covered over.
Okay.
That's just a pipe. This was actually the bottling plant.
Oh.
It had a thing that came up, a stainless steel thing, and the ladies poked the bottle under there and they bottled it one bottle at a time.
Huh.
They shipped this water all over the world when the hotel was here.
Really? You like volunteer out here or something?
I oversee the place, yep.
Oh, cool. Oh, what's your name?
Sissy.
Sissy. Good to meet you. I'm Dre.
Good to meet you. We're always happy to get visitors out here.
So where else could I walk around here and check out? What's cool?
This is just about all there is to it. The old hotel burnt down. It sat right across there in 1954. It burnt down. And the county didn't really take it over or do anything with it for several years. And there was the gazebo and all that still out here, and people toted everything off.
Huh.
That's why I'm here, because the state told the county that either put somebody out here or close it.
Oh.
Because people was just tearing stuff up.
Wow, this is cool though.
Yeah, it used to be a roaring old place.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Any cool stories you know about it?
People come from all over the world to go to it. Teddy Roosevelt, he was a regular visitor out here when he was president. Al Capone has stayed out here.
Wow.
And down the creek, you could only get to it by boat, was a casino and a hunting and fishing lodge and a horse stable.
Is that still out there?
There is, but it's in, Procter & Gamble owns the property now because they have pine trees planted on it for the paper mill. And they leased it out to a hunting club, and so nobody's allowed on it. They don't even allow me to go on it.
Wow, that's
I've been itching to go in there and see, because they tell me some of the remnants are still left to it.
wow.
Because those didn't burn down, they were just abandoned.
Oh man, that would be so cool.
But at the end of that sidewalk, we're in the process of uncovering it, and a great big old tree limb fell. I'm waiting on the county to come cut it up so I can finish. That's where the train station is, and the platform is still there. It's in excellent condition.
Okay.
The train would pull up off of 98 and let people out and then go on back out. It was just a spur. The tracks used to run all the way down 98.
Huh.
I can remember when I was a child going down 98 and the train would be coming. We'd always tell Daddy, outrun the train. This was a roaring place back in the day. They had big parties out here. Senators and congressmen would come out here. It was a really big thing.
Huh.
And they really believed in that water. They believed that it cured arthritis. I have people today still come and get jugs of water.
So you could just fill up right here if you wanted to?
They say if you have stomach trouble, like an ulcer or something, that it's great for a digestive tract problem.
Okay. Well, I'll go get a cup of water. Drink you some.
And if you leave, because it has a sulfur smell, if you leave it sitting out overnight with the cap off of it, that smell will go away.
Oh. Cool.
Over there they had the wading pools over there where the pillows are right there. That was wading pools for people that didn't want to get in the pool, because the pool is quite deep. And you could just sit over there and stick your feet in the wading pool.
How deep is that pool?
It's probably about 16 feet deep.
Whoa. That's deep.
It's really deep.
Thanks for talking to me. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Come back and visit us anytime.
I will. I'm going to get my cup and get some water. Wow, Sissy was very kind. She told me all kinds of things. I don't know how much of that you could hear, but wow, what a great conversation. I learned quite a bit. Some things you can read online, a lot of it I read, but she told me about some people that stayed out here, like Teddy Roosevelt and some other people of note from the era, 30s, 40s, until 1954 when the place burned down. Right here was where the hotel stood, right in this area. I don't really know the layout, but you can kind of feel the energy. You know? On my walk back from getting the cup, I had another conversation with Sissy. She told me some more things about the place. Check this out. The pool and spring is right over there, and up here, where you see this brick, small broken down wall, was actually the edge of the hotel. It went from right there, 300 feet that way. Just in front of the broken down wall is this walkway that went in front of the hotel. Right back here is where the train would come from Perry and drop people off and then just back itself back up into Perry to get on the main line. Apparently, it's just been grown over for years and years, but there is a well intact train platform somewhere back here that Sissy's been trying to uncover for a while. But I think it's just her working on it. She's the attendant here, lives in this trailer on site. Does a good job of keeping up what she does. Not sure where the train platform is, though.
Since the platform runs all the way out to here, I'm going to make the county put up a trellis so that Rose can grow on it, so people can stand in front of it when it's leaning and get pictures.
So this was the platform. Okay.
Platform, it goes all the way over. The tracks are not there, but the tracks were right there where the creek was behind this.
Oh, okay.
And I was
There's a creek back there.
pretty good because I went all the way down the sidewalk uncovering it when she decided to fall.
Oh. Wow.
So
I see what happened.
I'm waiting on the county to get out to get it off.
So the tennis courts were all the way over there at the end?
Mm-hmm. All the way, you'll see it. I got it halfway uncovered over here. This sidewalk was added. This sidewalk wasn't here. The porch actually came up to right here. This was actually the road. They would circle around and put you out in their old Model Ts.
Wonder what plants they had in these.
Those were flower pots, and there was actually a red brick wall that went in between them, and the flower pots sit up like that, and they had miniature cedar trees.
At the end of the sidewalk on the other side of the hotel, where the tennis courts are. Most of the court and the surrounding area have been grown over. Imagine what it would have looked like. There were 70 rooms in the hotel that sat right here and looked over these tennis courts. 70 rooms that were full most of the year. The Hampton Springs Hotel was built in 1908 and then expanded in 1915. Oh, cornerstone of the hotel. There was a lot of people that came out here. This was a major tourist attraction for this part of Florida. People really believed that these sulfur springs healed all sorts of things. I'm gonna go taste it right now. I noticed Sissy was cleaning the pool, so I'm gonna wait a little bit and wander around before I drink any of that water. Right next to the pool, where you see these concrete barricades, was the wading pool. The main pool is 16 feet deep. This one was very shallow, so people could just hang out and leisurely enjoy each other's company without the fear of drowning in a deep pool if that was so the case. The ground is pretty soggy over here and floods often. She said that this whole area was underwater just 2 days ago. It's like a cool swing. That is some red sulfury water. Wow. The end of the sidewalk leads to a trail, a soggy trail, next to the creek. Isn't this beautiful? This is just such a nice part of Florida. Peaceful, quiet, very Florida. This was the public boat ramp that was shut down several years ago because it was vandalized too much. It's too bad. The original tiles. 113-year-old tiles. She's one of the good ones right there. Thanks to people like her for taking good care of places like this all over the planet, not just Florida. Wow. Okay, I'm stepping into the pool. I'm going to get a cup of water. Very slippery. Sissy told me that people come down here with jugs and just fill up water and take it with them because they still believe that this will heal many, many things in your physical world. Tastes very sulfury. Smells very sulfury over here. Tastes good. I don't mind the smell of sulfur whatsoever. Oh yeah, it's good. At this point in the recording, I do not know if Sissy's voice was able to be heard when we had our first conversation, but in that conversation, she told me that right here, ooh, bugs. Okay, right here is where they actually filled the bottles that were sold all over the country and world, I guess. This was that was the bottling plant right here. That is good, smooth. The original fountain that sat here is located now in a park in Perry. We'll have to go visit that at another time. One of the original plants on the property. Thanks for joining me today in Perry, Florida. Hampton Springs. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Maybe learned a couple things too. If you're in the almost panhandle south of Tallahassee by about an hour, this is a great place to stop off and enjoy a beautiful day. I appreciate you joining me today, friends. I'll see you in the next video. That's good water.